Welcome to the Third Eye Trio. This is Simona Me. I'm back with another video. It was kind of hard for me to decide what element that this spiritual gift reading was for. For the month of March, I'm doing spiritual gift readings for the elements, which includes three signs. Now, I've kind of decided because there was so much water in this chart that it was a reading for the water element. And because I have the water here, of course, you're going to get water in all of the spirit message readings. And then I have the water here and also the cups because I actually pulled the swords, Ace of Swords, twice, which told me that I was on the right track. But it also, we got the water here. I originally thought it was a fire sign because of, that's what I asked for. But one thing you have to learn about spirit tells you what you need to know when you need to know it. It's not always that you call and say, hey, I want a message for Joe Blow, and you get that message for Joe Blow specifically. And if Joe wants to know about his love life, spirit may tell him about his finances, which may be an indication that in order for Joe Blow to attract love or to attract the love that he's trying to manifest or attract, that he need to get his finances in order. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just floss a lot. Just kidding. Anyway, so here we are. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is for water. But if you have air anywhere, any placement of air on your chart, or fire, and this is why I said I saw fire in these readings, which was the underlying energy for the card. For the message. But I saw the water again with the T. So, but here's the message. I'm going to say that it's for water signs, which are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, or Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, and now the Pisces represents the dwelling of the element. Cancer is the mother energy for the element, and Scorpio is the guardian energy of the element, and that's of water. Like I said, you may be a water sign, but you may have some air placements in your chart, or you may have some fire placements in your chart. And so just take it as it comes. But we're going to go with the water signs. Okay, so for you water signs, this is the energy that I am getting here. Okay, you are experiencing, and I'll tell you about your elements. Your spiritual gift here. You are feeling. Let me see if I can do this. Put this in a way. Okay, so sometimes have you ever been in a position where you have to feel that, and I'm saying have you ever, but I'm saying that you have. You may be currently or in the recent past or in the near future in a position where you're feeling that you have to walk a certain way, bend a certain way, look a certain way, act a certain way in order to be where you are. I get the impression that you're putting on a show and you're feeling like you have to be fake. And that's not that's not what you feel comfortable with. That's why you have this anxiety. And when I'm saying that you're moving in a way that you are not comfortable or accustomed to moving. You see these yoga poses, they don't just represent your flexibility. That means that you're finding yourself in some awkward, in this case, awkward positions, or that this is very uncomfortable for you. So, in other words, you're feeling like you have to be fake, and you're constantly saying, I'm sorry, but you don't mean it. Sorry, not sorry. So, either you're getting that, or the person that's putting you in that position is apologizing to you for saying it. Or it may, well, I wouldn't say it's spirit apologizing to you, but it's a fake apology, whoever it's coming from. And this is you. You're just putting on a show. You're doing whatever. You're doing all of these you're being twists and turns, and you're putting on trying to show your flexibility, but it's causing you so much anxiety. I'm sorry. And and this may be we're in, is it Venus retrograde? Let me just double check here. I usually write that down because I like to we are definitely in retrograde, and we'll be in retrograde until the sometime in April. Let's see, we're in Venus retrograde, and that lasts from March 1st to April 12th. And what it does is you're just kind of you may feel kind of uncomfortable with some of the actions that you're having to do. So this is very appropriate. And this is the truth with the Ace of Swords being given 2 times. But Spirit is telling you, hey, just dress it up. Dress it up. But some spiritual adornment is your spiritual gift that you may be coming into, or may be increasing for you, or it may be attracting you towards this spiritual gift adornment. You're being called to explore creating talismans, jewelry, and other spiritual pieces for enlightenment and protection. That can be something as simple as taking crystals and creating bracelets. This is a that I usually wear for protection, but you do whatever it is that you choose to wear. But this particular one here, I'm an empath, and this is an empath protection bracelet. So this may be something that you're interested in designing or adorning, wearing it yourself, or designing some for others. That is one of your gifts, because right now I'm telling you, you're doing a lot of back bending, twisting, bending over for somebody. You're doing the whole dance for somebody, or a position. When I say position, I mean like maybe in work or whatever. You're very uncomfortable, but you're going to be uncomfortable during during this retrograde, while Venus is in retrograde. And you're also being told, because a lot of this, whoever is putting you in this position, they're not so sorry, because there's fake apologies. So something in your energy is not necessarily welcome by you, and it may be causing you to feel this way, or to think this way, or to move this way. But so Spirit is advising you to do house cleaning. You can do a physical house cleaning, but Spirit is advising you to do a spiritual house cleansing. You're being called to explore spiritual cleansing and bringing positive energy to space by removing the negativity through various methods. Don't don't just do one. I want you to do multiple spiritual house cleansing. Whether that's prayer, whether that's smudging, whether that's throwing holy water, but you need to cleanse your house of whatever it is. Smudge, and I'm going to recommend white sage, green sage, blue sage, palo santo. I use also blood dragon, but sage, get your stick of sage and you smudge. You can use olive oils. You can cleanse the people that are in your house, but apparently something is coming in or just not being able to get out. Now, remember, when you sage, it's important for you to crack a door, crack a window, not only to let the smoke out or the scent, because those sages that I mentioned can be quite pungent, or the smell can be strong, and it can be kind of irritating to people who may have upper respiratory issues or just respiratory issues, period. So sage your house and leave a window, door, something cracked, so whatever you're smudging and you're cleansing to get out of the house, they have an exit. Now, when you sage, you can say, you need to say a chant. When I say chant, I mean a prayer, to as you're doing the sage. The one that I like to use is Psalms 23, because this is your walk. So Psalms 23 works perfectly. If you want to say the Lord's Prayer, that is perfect. You can, but say, set intentions when you're cleansing your house. But I would start with like a detox, like I do with my body. I would do a detox such as cleansing, have a deep cleansing of your home. Now, the deep cleansing is generally more expensive than just a cleansing, but do it from top to bottom, from ceiling to floor. Have a cleansing done on your house, and that's going to make you uncomfortable too. It will, at least it made me uncomfortable, causes me anxiety when someone comes in, because they're going to have access to every aspect of your home. And it's kind of feeling like you have an open wound. So, but that may cause you some discomfort. But I would start with that, even if you do it yourself. But depends on your home. But I have a decent sized home, and so it's my preference to leave the house when they're here. And it's their preference that you leave the house when they're here too. And I'm the type of person who actually uh, like to clean my house before the housekeeper comes or someone comes in to clean it. So, but this is very important that you detox, do a spiritual house cleansing. Now, I said that, but I'm looking at her with her anxiety, and this, like I said, is water signs, and you don't have to be a water sign for this to resonate with you. You can have a water sign placement anywhere in your chart, sun, moon, rising, but you need to also, while you're having your homes cleansed, cleanse yourself, because you are a home for the Spirit. The Holy Spirit dwells within you, and you are the temple, so you're considered a home too. And looking at her face, this is the home I'm thinking Spirit is advising you on, because you are twisting and turning like a possession. So I'm saying you need to cleanse, and this fake apology may be to yourself, from yourself. You may be telling yourself sorry, but it's a fake apology even to yourself if you're not correcting it. You have a responsibility to follow that with a correction. If you a fake apology is apology that doesn't follow an action, meaning whether it's like say if you say I'm sorry for not calling you back, so that needs to be followed up with the next time that incident happens that you call the person back. That's just the simple form of it. So you're saying you're sorry to yourself, but you're not doing anything behind it. So as far as your temple is concerned, I recommend I'm going to say you probably should detox your system. And detoxing your system kind of starts with a fast. You don't have to do a fast, or fast comes in different ways. Some people fast where they have nothing to eat or drink for a certain period of time, or you can do a fast where you just drink fluids, or you can do one that you fast where you're giving up something. And all of this is so important because it's now we're in the middle of Lent. And so that could be your fast, that could be your detox, detoxing yourself of a bad habit, even so. But if you're not doing anything, following this fake apology, this apology to yourself or somebody, um, that has violated you in a way, um, or offended you in any way, if there's nothing following that, then it's a fake apology. And Spirit is telling you that it's a fake apology. So something is not happening, whether it's to yourself or whether it is to um whether someone is actually infringing upon your rights. So stop putting on a show. Stop putting on a show, and that's what you're doing, because you're not taking care of you, whether you're letting somebody else beat you down or whether you're beating yourself down. Okay? So I this is one that I don't necessarily practice. The spirit board, and some people call it a Ouija board, is not something that I practice. So, but if that is something, I'm not knocking you. You're being called to explore working with it with a talking board to communicate with the spirits that have crossed over to the other side. I don't necessarily deal with that one in particular. It's more for me, it's more like visions, impressions, um, for lack of a better term, like spidey senses. Not that I'm Spider Woman or anything, but I'm saying where you have where it's impressed upon you, or channeling and things of that nature. But so these are the adorning yourself with protection, and I'm going to recommend that you do that because of the request for you to explore spiritual cleansing. Now, when you explore these are things that you don't just keep to yourself, but if you feel that energy in somebody's house, it's not a problem for you to recommend smudging of your house, your space, your energy, because just like you have a deep cleansing, like I said, I didn't even finish, but with the detox, I would start with the fast under your doctor's recommendation. Start with the fast, and they can tell you which one to do, and whether that's just cutting off certain things completely, not eating anything, juices only, or just going without meats, or whatever it is that, whatever type of detoxification that you need. So I would start with that, and then follow it up. Don't let it be fake. Follow it up with a positive action or positive replacement. So if you decide to, say, for instance, one of your the things that you will be detoxing from, and this is cleansing the temple. If you're going to say, okay, I'm gonna not smoke, I'm gonna stop smoking, then what you want to do is follow that up with something positive. So for every time I think about um, smoking, I'm going to read a book or I'm going to walk a mile. Follow it up to replace it so you don't go back to that same thing. Okay, so and yoga, even though yoga in one sense in the reading meant that you were just twisting and turning, doing whatever and putting on a show, sometimes this in this case, yoga is saying become more flexible and also take up some yoga. Start stretching. The stretching, like in the form of yoga, is a form of detoxification. I'm sorry. So, take up yoga when replace the smoking with yoga if you can. And there's so many different forms of yoga. Just kind of explore it to see what works best for you. And like I said, you need to break free from some things because you're feeling caged. You're feeling caged, so you need to break free, and this will help you twist and turn and be flexible and get out of whatever it's getting that has you feeling caged. And you can cope. See these words that I'm getting here. Coping is kind of you coming away, moving away, breaking free of whatever addiction, whether it's sugar or, food or cigarettes or, drugs or abuse, anything that you're doing that nobody has to tell you when you're doing something that doesn't work for you, your spirit, your soul, your peace, your balance, your harmony. So, but you can cope because you will have faith over fear. Faith over fear is what you need to be looking towards. And so this is for the water signs because when you get faith over fear, you can walk on water. Walk on water. Hey, I'm not telling you to get off the boat and start walking on the water, but that's symbolic. That's only symbolic, but it gives you that power. That power is within us. We would just have to tap into it because our brains, we only use a very minute portion of our brains. So when we can start thinking outside of that minute portion of the brain that you're actually using, you would be, it would blow your mind. I'm just going to leave that at that. So I did clarify this with tarot with the Ace of Swords, and I got two Ace of Swords from two different decks. But I just talked about power, force, and victory, but this is for mental clarity. When you're detoxing and when you're fasting and when you're walking in your power, there is so much clarity, mental clarity that you will get. And so detox teas also that just brought to my mind. And here's your cup. And this may be something that you're looking for. I talked about harmony and what you're trying to attract, the compatibility, friendship, new romance, reconciliation. But this is your gift. Your gift is to adorn yourself with the things that you're trying to attract. Okay, so the spirit message for you is make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You are not what people think of you. That is big. You know, even though you're the only person that doesn't have a front row seat to you, you still have an inward seat to you. So they know how you present, but you know better who you are, because not everybody is going to get the same message from the same event. So basically, if you ever been surrounded by, well, we've all had situations where, even the game that you would do, if I tell you, you tell this person, you tell that person, you tell the person, you have a line of people, say 10 people. The message may start out one thing and end up an entirely different message at the 10th person. So because people are going to see what they see, they're going to hear what they hear, and they're going to speak what they speak. And some things are only for your eyes to see, some things are only for your eyes to hear, some things are only for your mouth to speak. But make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes, the ears, or the tongue of other people. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. And I don't mean just your financial worth. I mean your spiritual worth. You got to know your worth. You wouldn't plant a seed and dig it up. This is another message from Spirit. You wouldn't plant a seed and dig it up every few minutes to see if it is grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. So Spirit is telling you to look at yourself, pay attention to who you are, start focusing on your worth. You don't have to do all of these twists and turns for anybody putting on a show, because you're going to end up giving them the fake apology saying, I'm sorry, I'm not who you thought I was, because it's not really who you are. So your angel messages, I am compassionate, I am courageous, walk in your power. I am brilliant. I am brilliant. Walk in your power. 999 may be very significant. 7 may be very significant for someone. July the 9th may be very significant for somebody. Or September the 7th, 1999. July 9th, 1999 may be very significant. Go back and kind of retract that date for yourselves. Okay, so you possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness of than most. So you're very brilliant. You make things happen. That's why Spirit doesn't understand why you're just putting on the show. What you are, who you are, what you bring to the table is more than enough. It's way more than enough. So whatever it is that you're compassion, it's your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. You're compassionate. 99. These are all spirit numbers. Look them up. It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life. This is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I told you, you are powerful and you are courageous. Write down in your journals if you've gotten one. I am compassionate. I am brilliant and I am courageous. You need to say those things to yourself on a daily basis because whatever it is that you're embarking upon, this is your soul purpose, your gift. What there are a lot of places where you can get the crystals to design. I would recommend that whatever it is that you feel that you're embarking upon, make sure that you are adorning yourself with protection crystals. And when I say adorning, they don't just come in bracelets. You can do necklaces, you can do rings, you can do pendulums, a crystal that you can carry in your pockets. Like these are heart shapes. They're mushroom shapes. Just put it in your pocket. Let it line your pocket. And just don't forget to take it out when you're, getting ready to wash the garment. I have these lapis azulis that I keep, but they're in the form of angels. You'll find them in the form of cats or just there's just an array of things that you can keep in your presence on your person for protection. But that's the one that I'm going to recommend for you. That's I think I did. Yeah, I did a healthcare, not healthcare, but self-care, self-love card. This message was for the water signs, which include Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. It could be placed in your chart, sun, moon, rising, anywhere in your chart, or we saw some other signs that I felt like it could resonate with. So air sign and fire sign. If you think that that's what it is, then you go for that. But when I saw the water here, that was confirmation because you're walking on water. But you're going to need to break free. Stop putting on a show because this is not who you are. It's time to do housekeeping. Cleanse the house, both your physical house by smudging, explore the different types of house cleansing, and cleanse the spiritual house, your body, your spiritual energy. This concludes the messages for today, and that's with the for the water signs. I am Mona Me with the Third Eye Trio. I will see you, my dearies, on the next video. Please and thank you.